Hi, welcome to the Pardon series for Pennsylvania residents. This series is to tell you about all the ways that you can take advantage of pardons now. And it's very important, if you are eligible, it's very important that you take advantage of them now. My name is Joe Mitchell, YourHarvardAttorney.com. I'm a Harvard-educated attorney who's been practicing criminal law for over 25 years. And I have a passion for helping people who need assistance in getting their records expunged and eliminated and pardoned. Expungement and pardon will explain how that works as we go. But I just wanted to let you know that it's so important that if you are eligible for a pardon, that you go for it. And it makes such a difference in terms of your employment and even housing. So what I want to do in this particular video is to lay out all of the ways that the pardon process works. This will be a relatively short video, as will all of the videos that will explain exactly what you need to do in order to get a pardon. Now, you don't really need an attorney. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this series is so that you could actually get a pardon without an attorney. However, I would really recommend that, especially if you have more than one conviction, that you have an attorney look at this, that you have an attorney, you consult with an attorney. Or if you have any major questions, that you consult with an attorney. This is also a video done by Pulse, the Philadelphia Lawyers for Equity, and it's social equity, and it's very important that that you have some support, and that's what Pulse is all about, is giving you support. And you can call them, you can email them. I will put the information down below, and if you have any questions, you can also get in touch with me. I'll put my information down below as well. Now, let's talk about the pardon process. Okay, so pardon process. The first thing that you want to know is that if you have a criminal record, there are three things that can help you to get that record wiped away: expungements, pardon, and clean slate. So let's talk about expungement. Expungements are basically for non-convictions. There are certain small misdemeanor convictions where you can get expungements, but basically expungements are for non-convictions. Or once you get a pardon, then you can get an expungement, which means you can get the record wiped off. Clean slate is an automatic process for the most part, where you will automatically have certain things taken off your record which are non-convictions. But if there are convictions, there are ways that you can use the clean slate process in order to get rid of those as well. The pardon process is for convictions, and you can erase any convictions. We're talking you can erase a murder conviction. You can also erase or get pardoned, let's say, as many convictions as you have. And this could be, you might have 5, 6, 7 convictions. Hope you don't, but if you do, you can get them all erased, assuming that you have had a change in character, that you are no longer, and that enough time has passed between them to indicate and to show that you are a different person now. And if you can show that, you can get 7 convictions pardoned, which is an amazing thing. Now, what's the process look like? So the first thing is that you want to get a pardon application. You want to get a copy of your record so that you know exactly what's going on. And then you fill out the application. And the good news is the pardon application is free. Okay, so you don't have to pay anything to apply for a pardon. So you get the pardon application, you fill it out to the best of your ability, and this is what this series is about, is how to fill out that application. Then, once you fill it out, they will send you back something saying they received it. The problem with the pardons, of course, is that it takes a long, long time. You're going to be involved in this process at this point anyway, and this is 2020. At this point, it's basically between 2 and 3 years for the pardon process to go through. They are trying to improve and shorten the process, but right now it's a long process, and so you have to be patient. But the patience is worth it when your whole record gets erased, and then you can say, I don't have a record at all. 3 years. So what happens in that 3 years? So after you've filed the application, you wait, and then you get interviewed by some type of a probation officer, a parole officer, someone from the parole board comes out and interviews you. And they look at everything about you, your financial status, your where you live, what you do. They look at everything. And then they take that information back, and the board of pardons then has a meeting and determines whether or not they will have a hearing for you. And if they will have a hearing, then you are sent a letter saying that you'll have a hearing in 3 to 6 months. And at that hearing, which is in Harrisburg, you will then have a chance to be asked questions or to make a statement. And at that point, the pardon board will decide whether or not your pardon is going to be sent to the governor for final approval. If it's sent to the governor for final approval, you wait another couple of months, 3 to 6 months, and then you have the governor's approval. And when you get that, then they will send you a letter saying that your pardon has been granted. And then at that point, you can then get your record expunged. So that is the pardon process. And as I said, it takes 2 to 3 years to go through. But again, long worth it. So now, what we're going to talk about now is how do we get this process done. So in the following videos, you're going to learn the importance of things. But I want to just go over a couple of questions that a lot of people have right off the bat. So the first one is, when can I apply for a pardon? Okay, it depends on your crimes. Okay, if you have a serious crime, one involving violence, guns, you probably are going to want to wait anywhere between 5 and 10 years after you've completed your sentence. If it's less serious crimes, you can then get them, you could do a lot closer to the time of your completion of your sentence. The ones that are the fastest are the marijuana cases. If you've been a marijuana dealer, then you can get expedited processing. So I would say right after you finish your sentence, I would go for seeing if you can get that completed. So I think that there's only one more thing I want to talk about in this particular thing, and that is, what if I didn't do it? What if I was framed? What if they don't have it right? What if, and there's always two sides of the story. I've never really seen a lot of cases where there aren't some discrepancies between what the police say and what the perpetrator says, or the alleged perpetrator, because we don't even know if they were a perpetrator. They might have gotten the wrong person. But this is, in the pardon process, this is not the time to argue your case. This is not the time to say, give me a pardon because I'm not guilty. As much as possible, you want to own what's going on. We'll go into that in much greater depth in another another case, but I just want another video, but I just want to make sure that you understand that this is not the time to argue your case. This is the time to say, to the best of your ability, I did something bad and I have reformed and I would like to be pardoned. So that is your overview. I hope that that helps you to understand the process. Now let's get into the actual things that you need to do. Let's look up your record. Let's look at the application and let's get started. Thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions or if you would like to contact Pulse, the information is down below. If you'd like to talk about whether you need an attorney or not, feel free to give me a call. Also, my information is below. Thank you very much again for listening. This is Joe Mitchell, and I hope that you are going to take action. If you are eligible, take action now. It's very, very important that you get this pardon. This is a perfect time. I mean, most people who apply get the pardons. I mean, we're talking like 80 to 90%. So this is your time. Don't blow it. Don't wait. Let's do this. Take care.